Ikamala mala mala e kuka ohi ai ke hawa ke moha olu ikamole kupa ala e kupa ala aloha e ho'omalu ki kako makapule. E na mana nui o ke ao, nā kua, nā oma kua, nā kupuna, nā kia I nā kau. E nana me ia mākou ke ia po e hoai a ko meira I ke ia la. O iei ho o kahi kahua o ka pilina, o ia o ke aloha. O ke aloha, ia Puggy Pagdilao, ia Cathy mā ka ohana, a me ka po ai nui o kona mau ho aloha. O ia ka pilina ho'okahi I pili e I mākou. O ia ka mākou noi, I pāhola maila ki aloha maluna o mākou pākahi. O ia ka mea e lana ai ka manao, e mama ai ke kaumaha, ai mau ai ka pilina. Please let aloha wash over us. That is the reason we are here, the aloha, for Puggy, Pagdilao, for the ohana, for the huge circle of friends and family, the one link that we all share with each other, with what goes before and what comes ahead, is aloha. It is what lifts the spirit, what eases the grief, and what continues our relation from here forward and from back to here. O ia ka mākou leo noi e pāhola maila ki aloha o mākou pākahi, mau aku a mau. A mene, a mama, o lele vale. Mahalo.
So if I was to walk into a tent and say, here I am, the other one is, what's the reason? What's the reason? That's two of the moments that'll stay in my heart from this wonderful man. And that's just setting the precedence for today's celebration. Because although we don't have him physically in front of us, we cannot touch him, we cannot hear him, we cannot share in his life right now because physically he's gone. Just remember those times that you had with him. Those memories live on in us. And that's how Puggy gonna live on in this world. It's through our memories and through sharing. You guys are all blessed today for being here. Thank you on the Terada family for having this and you guys just, just loving Puggy. He touched you and each and everyone in a certain way. And that's why you guys are here today, to celebrate his life, celebrate what he did, his accomplishments, his gifts to each and every one of us. Aloha everybody, my name is Melvin Pu'u. I have a working relationship with Puggy. We've worked together at Waianae Comprehensive Health Center for, I've been there 20 years, he's been, I don't know. But the whole time I was there, we grew and developed a relationship that is far surpassed blood, brothers, He was just somebody just interesting, and he lights up the room everywhere he goes. And I like to think I have that same personality. I don't know, maybe I'm not that old yet, but but I'm working on it. I am thankful for Cathy to reaching out and giving me this opportunity. I'm pretty sure there's many more people that could fit this job right here, but I am thankful. Thank you, Cathy. I am scared if you don't recognize, but anyway, like I said, we had a working relationship. He had so much stories. This man was incredible in what he did in his life, and I wish I could remember a lot of them, but just he filled my heart every time I seen him. He worked night shifts, so we would sit down late at night. He'd get off at 12 o'clock, so I'd get off at 12 o'clock. So there's times that we sat down, all night, given the fact that, there's no patience. Anyway, just a few words, introductions. Cathy wrote some notes. She just wanted to special thanks to several different people, like 10 of them. No. First and foremost, to this is I just gonna read what Cathy wrote because I don't like mess them up. Mahalo to the DeSoto family, longtime Makaha surfing family. When they're on the beach, they help keep Makaha safe. Thank you very much. To Pu'u, I believe that's you.
That would be me.
Everybody, this is Pu'u. It says, Mahalo to Pu'u, Cathy's hula brother from 1977. Oh, hopefully we dancing today. 1977, dancing for Mililani Allen. Oh, thank you. Long list of accomplishments, including linguistics, researcher, composer of Hawaii music and chant, and professor at the University of Hawaii, everybody. This is Pu'u. Cathy goes on to Myrna Abang. Are you here, Myrna? Just raise your hand. Oh, Miss Myrna. Right here in the pretty in pink. This is Puggy's cousin, everybody. They're raised together in the close-knit Eva Beach Plantation community. She has become the family historian, preserving memories and stories to pass on to future generations. Hopefully we can sit down and we can, stories. You can tell me if Puggy was lying or not. Wow. Okay, so this next gentleman, there's really not much to say about Mr. BrianKeaulana.
Oh, yeah.
They first met at Makaha Beach when Brian was just a teenager. One of the original standouts from the Makaha surf team, co-founded by Puggy, and now world-famous Watermen. They remain close friends since then, raising their families together and celebrating most holidays together. Mr. BrianKeaulana, can you raise your hand? Please? There he is. There he is. Thank you for all you did, Mr. Keaulana. To Lopaka and Lauren. I'm guessing that's his son. Both former ukulele instructors for Roy Sakuma. Wow. They continue to play music together and assist Roy with his performances. Wow. Thank you, Lopaka. And then last but not least, Nadia. Nadia? Raise your hand, Nadia. Oh, right here in front. This is Puggy's youngest granddaughter. Wow. Just graduated from University of Hawaii. Congratulations. Oh, with a degree in music. So I'm guessing she's playing music later? She will continue to carry on the Pagdilao musical singing tradition. And I believe from stories, that was a big tradition in their family. Some of you guys may know of the float that they used to do every Christmas year, bringing it up to the comprehensive. That was a big feat. Puggy used to talk about it all the time, how they decorated and painted that Santa's sleigh that came up to the comprehensive for the Waianae community to just give out gifts to the boys and girls, all donated. So thank you to the Pagdilao family for doing that kind of stuff for our community. All right, without further ado, I'd like to call up Myrna Abang and Mr. BrianKeaulana. They're going to deliver the eulogy.
Before I get started, I wanted to say thank you to the person who did this beautiful... It totally captures my cousin and his big personality. All right. I miss your everything. Manong Dennis was good at making people feel important. There we were in our growing up days. He lived across the street from me in house number 10, and I lived in house number 12 in Korean camp in Eva Plantation. When it was prom time at Campbell High School, you know that Manong Dennis was looking through the window across the street because he was arming himself with more stories to tell later on. He would talk about the kind of dress I had on, how high my hair was. So that's the kind of guy Manong was. He just collected all kinds of information, and sometimes it would come back and bite you in the butt. But, you know, I was never embarrassed with Manong Dennis. I call him Manong because he's older than me. In the Filipino tradition, our older cousins and people are Manongs, Manangs, Nanas, Tatas. Well, he was my Manong Dennis. And I never felt embarrassed because if you made it in a story that he would tell, that means you made it. Right? Where's the guy? Where is he? So anyway, over the years, of course, miles and days and months would go by without seeing each other because I lived on the mainland for 16 years. And then he stayed here in Hawaii and did his thing. But he was always, always very, very generous to want to know what was going on in my life. And more recently, he wanted to know how things were going. And those of you who didn't know me when I was growing up, I was the tomboy of the family. I was totally dark and black, so they used to call me Blackie. And you could tell the wheels were turning. What's she going to do when she grow up? I wonder. Anyway, surprise, I got married. I have 3 children and 2 mo'opuna, and recently I was able to share video of the family, and he was most heartfelt grateful for that opportunity. Manang Cathy asked me to speak. I am the eldest child of Manong Dennis's father, Andy, who is my mom's older brother, middle brother. So my mom is Auntie Yaling, and I'll get to that later. My cousin Dennis is the 3rd child of my Uncle Andy and Auntie Helen, Manloloyo Pagdilao, and he was born at home in the Eva village of Korean camp during World War II on August 31, 1945. My Auntie Helen would always ask, Dennis, you remember, right, that day you were born? Ma, how I could know that? So, thus began his comedic timing, his storytelling, his gestures, his eye-popping eyes, just everything that he did to make you enjoy his company. He shared his growing up days with his eldest brother, the late Franklin Douglas, his older sister Madeline Jasmine, and his younger brother John Allen. Did you hear those middle names? Well, when you're growing up in a Filipino family, I don't know why, we ended up calling everybody by their middle names. It was Manong Dagi, Manong Dennis, and Allen Boy. And then Manong Girlie was just Manong Girlie because she was the only girl. Manong Dennis shared how people know him. If you know Puggy, and you called him Puggy, you were a close and special friend. If you called him Dennis, surely you must be a family member. And if you called him Robert, then it must be some kind of business or official matter.
Taxes.
Our cousin Dennis was blessed immeasurably in his life's journey and became a dad to Jonathan, James, Lopaka, and Noa, and grandpa to Tina, James, Nadia, Tyler, and Joshua. Manong Dennis was a rascal and got into many, many events of mischief, many of which were shared with 2 of his amigos during his Hanabata days in Eva Plantation, his pals Roy Cariente and Snuffy Barcelo. Those times of innocent mischief, joy, and laughter would get them into trouble, but more often than not, it was just another memorable event, another memory. If he were here, he would share with you one or many of his stories. He would always say, okay, one more. Okay, one more. And then next thing you know, when he said the bus to Waianae was leaving, he was still there. Every time, there was always another story to tell. There would be stories of the gang picking vegetables through the Nana's fence and then selling them on the other side of the village. Or he would share memories of swimming in the tanke. If you don't know what a tanke is, it's a plantation reservoir. Or dipping into the running water and sliding down the flume. And he would show his younger cousins like myself how to make those rocket sugarcane with the sugarcane leaves, where you would tear off a bit, slide it up, and then next thing you know, you're throwing a rocket up into the air. But the one thing we remember most wasn't so much the rockets, it was wiping off those pricklies, those hair that come off the sugar cane. But he told us how to get it off. Just rub yourself with dirt. So we got rid of the dirt, the hairs that way. Cousin Dennis would share when he and the gang would find themselves having a look through the holes in the community bathroom. There were some stories that he would share, and probably I wouldn't do justice to the way he would tell the story, but when he told it, you wanted to just hear more and give more detail. But he was very kind, and he just shared great stories. If he loved his plantation Hanabata days, he could talk and share for hours growing up on the plantation, because he loved growing up in Eva. He was barefoot and free on those coral roads. And he would often talk about chasing after those mosquito trucks. I mean, who didn't do that? And here we are, talking about it once again. And he would share too about making sure to get to in September, when it was Labor Day weekend, he would share about getting over to the Tenny Gym and making sure he could see them pour all the tilapia inside the swimming pool so that we could have a fishing game. So Manong Dennis enjoyed those days too. There was another Korean camp compadre, Roland Gamble. He would recall the fun and good times he shared with Puggy. I just saw him the other day, and he remembered the Pagdilao Jeep Willie. You guys had a Jeep Willie, right? That's what he remembered, hanging out with Puggy and going all over the place with that. Manong Dennis was a Plantation Days athlete. I remember him talking about football with his dad, about those Pop Warner times. Out of high school, he joined the U.S. Army and was once stationed in Alaska, where he served as an orderly to a general at the base. He was not too far from Ohana, though, there in Alaska, and home cooking, because he visited and got to stay with his Auntie Dora, his mom's sister, and Uncle Dono and the family, and the Ting Kang family, actually. Uncle Dono was about to retire, but there was Manong Dennis right there, enjoying a home-cooked meal. There he met his first wife, Nadine, and the mother of his eldest boys. My cousin worked at a soda bottling company in Campbell Industrial Park, and he had an advice of caution. He said, no drink strawberry soda, because get too much sugar. And make sure you wipe the tops of the cans, because it's dirty, filthy dirty. He had a job at the Honolulu Star Bulletin in downtown, and he and another friend would swipe all the extra newspapers and give it to the boys on the corner so that they could sell it. Very entrepreneurial he was. I reflect now that he used to bring home the extra rolls of plain newspaper, and my classmates, class of 72, James Cabell High School, and I would make flowers for the homecoming floats. So there was a time when Puggy was a very popular worker at Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard. He was an everyday man's Mr. Aloha. He worked in Shop 41 as a boilermaker, part of the workforce there that specializes in the fabrication, installation, and maintenance of boilers, tanks, and other large metal containers on the ships. He would speak about the privilege to have a job. He shared about the fun he had riding his bicycle to and from places, making friends along the way, often visiting his mom's other sister, Auntie Gladys, and my dad, Uncle Mel, as both worked in food services at the shipyard. My own husband, who had worked in Shop 26, would come home saying, "Hey, guess who I saw today? Manong Dennis." He was at the shipyard until he injured his back in a car accident that caused him to be unable to return to the shipyard. When he got physically better, Manong Dennis worked 30 years and retired from Waianae Comprehensive Center. About this time, his sister Madeline and his brother-in-law Keith offered him a place in the Quonset hut in Miley. My cousin, with his infectious smile and gigantic personality, found himself on the dating merry-go-round scene after his divorce. Over the years, he would thank his sister Girlie for the opportunity to live in that Quonset hut as its caretaker for the property. It was there that Manong Dennis would hone his green thumb and landscaping. This prowess led to an interview and article in a coffee book about his very creative and artistically designed garden in Miley. It was also about this time that he met a surfer on the beach. Her name was Cathy, and when he spoke of her, one could only sense the pride and honor and the love he had for her. His volleyball game was honed at this place in Korean camp called The Ground. Manong Dennis enjoyed talking to my late dad about the game because he knew my dad was a setter on the United States Army volleyball team. Manong's team was the Scavengers, and their home court was Eva's Tenny Gym. My cousin would be a player coach and implore his players, "At least touch the ball." He recruited from family and the neighbors from different plantation villages. I was very, very proud to play on his team. Manong Dennis loved surfing. His love for the ocean and his living out on the Waianae coast afforded him many hours in and on the ocean. Growing up, the 3-day holiday weekends would find the Pagdilao Ohana out at Sand Track, where today's Keaulana sits. The families would set up camp and hang out, and the pork and beans never tasted so much better. There was rejoicing when our cousin joined and attended family parties. We laughed, we cried. We laughed, we cried, and we did it all over again. A video taken in 2004 at the first reunion of the Korean camp residents captured Manong Dennis and his amigo Roy and amiga Snuffy. There, the three amigos, to no surprise, gave hilarious accounts of their life growing up on the plantation. And of course, we laughed and we cried again and again. Should you have a desire to see and relive my cousin's storytelling, the video is on Facebook. Shared before, but very true, one of my favorite memories of Manong Dennis would be of my mom trying to tell a joke. And she would start the joke all right, but then she would say, Dennis, how the joke go again? And then before you know it, she would say, I cannot remember, and she over there laughing because she know it's funny, and she holding her feet together, and she didn't want to pee, and here comes Manong Dennis. Oh, Riolando, oh, Yaling, oh my goodness. So he would tell her the joke, but we wouldn't even get the joke because he was making fun of my mom. But that's the kind of guy he was. He included you in his life. And what a life he had. My cousin Dennis had his own spiritual connection with God, who welcomed him home on April 29th. Those hours spent in the garden or on the ocean surely gave him very creative, sensitive, wise, and deep conversations with God. Robert, Dennis, Puggy, Pagdilao, all of us here miss you, miss your voice, miss your smile, miss your smell, miss your hug, miss your jokes. We miss you. We miss how you made us feel. We miss your everything. Aloha.
Aloha, everybody. This is Puggy's way of getting back at me because we poked back and fought at each other as, all those that connected to Puggy, That is something written out, but, what I can tell you is where we at right now, this is his heart and soul right here, here on this beach, So my memories as a kid, I think Puggy was really part of really the foundation of our community because he took guys like me and Stuart Fairman and Randy and Curtis and all of us, at the time was just young teenagers that probably can get in trouble. And then, we would see Puggy and Andrew and even Alan, all these guys come from the shipyard and it's dark and all of a sudden come lights and go, whoa, look at these guys. They're out in the dock and they start appearing. They're already out there already. They never even sleep. They came straight from work, straight in the water. First guys in the lineup, Guys catching the first wave. And this board you see back here, this piper board, you would see Puggy like on Superman flying across the wave, like literally zooming all the way across this water. Just this fast object moving around and stuff also too. Just probably missing Andrew and Alan running by and stuff too. Because you hear them screaming over there also. But anyway, we all had fun, and that's the thing. Back here, we all enjoy one another. And that was the whole thing. So Puggy would take his car and grab all the kids on the west side. Because here on the west side, everybody just surf one place. We all surf Makaha. Once in a while, Yokohama and Miley. But he would take us guys not shore. And I think that was kind of the trick also too because, west side kids go not shore. We pretty much take control over this whole lineup. So Puggy get his own, posse and stuff. Let the kids go loose and then, hey, give Uncle one wave. So that was all us guys all surfing and we learned and became just greater in not just Makaha, but learning different types of waves. It was take us to Sunset, to Pipeline, to Haleiwa, and learn the currents and learn all the different locals and peoples and stuff like that too. And really made us the water people we are today, And I think that's the thing that Puggy, built upon us and that we give his legacy to the next, generation and stuff also too, is those solid family values that we have all grown up with here today, And Puggy has always been a lifelong friend, with me and stuff also too. And then growing up and watching Pu'u and Cathy and Pua, with Mililani Allen dancing, and stuff like that also too. And us guys as beach boys, being beach boys, they made us guys dance. And, we dancing in the sand for 2 hours doing, basics. And then the next day we can surf because our legs all gone, So I think that was, their way of getting back at us guys, so clear the lineup. But again, our kids growing up together, with the Auntie Pua and the Auntie Rel son, again with Puggy and Cathy on this beach. We all played together, surfed together, ate together, laughed together, cried together, traveled the world together. We went everywhere together, and then our kids came up, Lopaka, Noa, my daughter Ha, my son Chad, and all of us, and that same generation of those values being instilled in our kids and vice versa into their kids. So again, as my mom and dad always said, this beach grounds us, you know. It's not the land that divides us, it's the ocean that connects us, you know, and we all connected, you know, whether we Hawaiian by blood or Hawaiian by heart, you know, all of us here share family. And that's, you know, no matter what, when you go out in the water here, we all watching each other. And that's the difference with Makaha down here. And that's what Puggy has always instilled with all of us guys here, you know. And then, you know, for me, you know, Puggy is like a royal brother to me and stuff. So, you know, we pour in our heart and soul. Look outside. You guys see that Hawaiian canoe out there? You know, this is like Puggy's and his family's wishes also too. And you know, it's hard for me also too, because, you know, we love him so much, you know. Even in times of when he's being funny, and we still laughing, you know, of Brian, look, this is where I want to be. Like specific, you know, where he actually surfed, where he actually lined up, where he caught it best ride, and that's where he like be, you know. And that's where we're going today also too, in that area, and just enjoy. But again, it's not about the sad times, because, you know, Puggy was the, you know, the Joy Coy of the past for us guys. He was the one that made us guys laugh, you know. I would never look at him pole again because of the memories that he scarred with me of him pole dancing on a table, you know. And you know, Puggy would make his Filipino interpretations and stuff too, and he could just go a mile an hour in his Filipino accent and stuff too. And even my friends from the mainland who don't even understand him laughing, they don't know why they're laughing. You know, but anyway, that was Puggy. So, you know, again, you know, when you guys go to the beach, take off your shoes, walk on the sand, just touch the water. You don't have to go swim and stuff too, but just to honor, you know, our Puggy and stuff too. And then again, you know, Puggy still lives through all of us, but especially through his kids and through Cathy, you know, also too. So we love you guys, Cat, Noa, and Lopaka. But thank you guys.
Well, so there you guys have it. That's the blueprint, gang. He just told you guys right in front of you guys how to live. Find something you guys enjoy. Bring your family into it. Leave it to them, right? Him and Puggy loved this beach, surfed this beach, did what they wanted to do, and then they showed their children to do it, and then traveled the world and showed their children. That's the blueprint, gang. Find what you guys want to do, and what's good for you, and then repeat it, and repeat it. So at this time, we're going to bring up Lopaka. Oh, sorry. Lopaka, Lauren, and Nadia, I believe. They're going to play music for us. Can put your hands together for Lopaka.
I've we played that song, I'll Remember You, when we brought my dad home. And I tried to do this song for him, but I couldn't get through it. It's a song that the three of us, our bass player who's not here today, we like to play the song because it's fun. I didn't really make the connection with the lyrics until I sang it for my dad, and that's how come I couldn't get through it, but I'm gonna try and do it for him today. It's a song by Teresa Bright called Catching a Wave. Catching a
Lopaka and Lauren. They just told me that they're available for graduation parties, weddings, bar mitzvahs. They call themselves L&L. Oh my goodness. Everybody having a good time. It's a celebration, everybody. Celebrate. Put your hands there. Come on. Woo! Dennis, Robert, Puggy, whatever you call him. Just don't call him Collect. Oh, memories. So, yeah, at this time, we gotta be finished in like 10 minutes. So anybody got something short to say? Come up right now. Nah, we have a strict timeline. She said 12 o'clock and it's 10 to 12. So it is open mic right now, please. If anybody has something to come and share, Cathy gonna tell you stop. Open mic, gang. I love you. My name is Melvin Pu'u. I am not available for any graduation parties. But be safe, drive safe, and of course, remember this man in your heart. That's how his memory will live on, even though he's not here. I love you guys. Have a great day. Sorry, one more thing. Puggy did martial arts, and this gentleman is gonna come and demonstrate what they did. I cannot pronounce the name of the school. That's why he gonna do them. But this is wait, I write him down. David Rio. David Rio, everybody. Put your hands together. All right, he's not one for words. I guess his actions speak for himself, but I never know Puggy did stuff like that. But hey, that's why we're here to learn, right? And Cathy said 15 minutes open mic, so hurry up, Dr. Bonham. You know you like to say something. Okay, like say something. Hello.
I'll go break the ice first. I just have I have many memories of Puggy, and one of them that I like was the way he can cook soyu chicken. Every time we go to Canada to snowboard, and then he would make soyu chicken. Oh, that was the best, man. Puggy can cook.
Okay, I'm the Holly being represented right now for everybody, and he liked everybody, so he liked me. And I remember he came over very early on and gave me a few choice bits of advice. Keep it short. Don't try to imitate us because you're never going to be good enough to do it. And I remember trying my little best at times, and I remember one of the one of the patients that I was seeing up at the comprehensive, because I worked up there with Puggy, they were like, "Doctor, you have a very bad accent. Stop that." But Puggy and I, kind of like Alvin was saying, we were night timers there, so we had a lot of time to talk and reminisce over things. But one of the things that I remember coming from Puggy when I was over there is that I don't know, I was doing something with a patient, it wasn't working out, and I was getting frustrated. He said, "Just remember, all Roberts are handsome." And of course, it made me laugh, and it broke it all up, and everything went on fine, you know. But one little thing that Puggy and I shared together, he was in the military, and he was stationed at a place very close to where I grew up in Washington, D.C. area. And one of the things that I grew up with that he was always kind of like, oh, I wish I had that, was the peaches that we grew in Maryland. And these peaches were big and ripe and succulent. And we used to just kind of back and forth, like, I wish I had one of those peaches. Yeah, I wish I had too. So I decided one time when I went back to see my family to get, and I brought back 4 big peaches. Now the interesting thing was at the airport, you have those little dogs, those little cute dogs, right? So I'm just standing there, and I never even thought about it. I had the peaches in my suitcase, you know, which you weren't supposed to be doing. Is there anybody from the health department here? And so, anyway, I was at the airport, and the little doggy came up, you know, what are they, beagles, I think, right? And he put his little foot up there, and he looked up at the guy, and he goes, oh no, he's ratting on me. So I told the guy, well, I had a couple of peaches in there earlier. Do you think they could leave a scent? He goes, oh, that's what it is. Yeah, don't worry about it. Go ahead. So I escaped with the 4 beautiful peaches, and we had a little ceremony back in the lounge area when nobody was there at like 1 in the morning, and we were cutting them like they were like presents from God, which they were in some way, you know. But the best part was, we were just ready to bite into them, right? Because that's where the juices start coming out and whatnot. And somebody came in, we're like, oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, nothing. What are you talking about? No, it's fine. We're okay. It's okay. Great. Because we didn't want to share it at all. So anyway, that's one of my memories, and there are many. And maybe there's somebody else who wants to come out now that I've maybe put myself on the stake. You'll be fine too. We'll love it. All right. But anyway, we miss them, all of us, of course, and I'm just so happy that we all had time to share with them and take those memories with us, because they're just great memories. He was a great person.
Aloha. So my name's Rich. I'm from the Waianae Comp, and I'm so happy for Cathy to see so many people from the Comp. Those of you from the Waianae Comp, either who've worked there before or work there now, can you say aloha? Cathy, you're loved. Cathy is one of the few employees that was at the health center when I arrived there 43 years ago. So we go way back, and Cathy, all you've done for us, your family is here for you now if you need anything. Now, I was listening to the story about Puggy working at the newspaper and how he took all the extra newspapers and went out on the street and set up a little network to sell them, yeah? I gotta go back and check our bandage inventory, because we did have some things missing at that time. But anyway, for Cathy, and fond thoughts of Puggy. Every time I saw him, 90% of the conversation was a joke, and about 60% of them were good. So.
Aloha. I'm Gerard, a friend of Puggy and Cathy's, and I knew Puggy from my time at Waianae Comp, and I had the honor of spending some of the last days in the hospital with him in the quiet times, the alone times, and what I'll share, I maybe by a raise of hands, who has not been traumatized by Puggy in one way or another? Yeah? Because he certainly did it to me, of course, but it was with love and, of course, laughs at my expense. But, you know, I love that guy. Of course, he was super intelligent, right? Super intelligent. How do you tell stories like he did? But what I would share is that in the quiet times in the hospital, I could see the same spirit, the same strength, the same sense of humor. The way he would banter back and forth with the nurses, just to make them feel relaxed. And he would joke around and such. So I would say this, and Cathy, you know, we all love him. We all love that guy, and we'll miss him. But you know, he leaves incredible legacy with his kids, and what I see here in this space right now, the legacy of Puggy. So yeah, thank you for that, and thank you, Cathy, for the time.
Hello, aloha. Aloha. I am Puggy's second oldest, also known as the mainland son. Makaha is a special, special place. Not only for me, but for my family and for my dad. So yesterday we were setting up, helping set up the tent and everything, and things were set in place. I didn't know what to say. Talking to my dad in my heart. And yesterday, they were filming the live action Lilo and Stitch. And then they had a wedding, okay? And who was it? Stitch was the alien? Help me out, help me out. Alien, right? Lilo was a local girl. But he made it famous, he made the saying, what? Ohana is family. And that ties it all together. My dad's biggest thing was to make people laugh. I don't know how he did it. But I hope you guys all enjoyed his humor, his laughter, and his love. And we are all family, okay? On behalf of our family, we'd like to thank you for coming out and celebrating my father. Alan?
I know you guys tired to see me because I tired to be up here. But I promise this is the last. This is the last. And if you guys forgot, my name is Melvin Pu'u. We're gonna call up Pu'u again to do the kind. We're gonna get ready to scatter Puggy. So if you guys are able, you guys have a device. Maybe you can borrow a jet ski. I don't know. You guys can go out there and be a part of that. But Pu'u is gonna close us out with an oli. He's gonna bless the food, and then the Pu'u is gonna sound, and then we're gonna make our way to the beach, gang. So, you guys can all take off your guys' clothes now. Hello, gang.
Aloha ho, e ho malu ho kako, ho maika ke pilina. E na mana nui o ke ao, e na kua, na au makua, na kupuna, na makua, na kahu na kiai, e nana mei I ke ia huina kanaka, a ho mei kai ia mako, me ke la makana ho kahi o ke aloha. O ke aloha ka mea e ola ai ka uhane, o ke aloha ka mea e pili ei ko mua me ko hope, ko o me ko onei. E ho mikai ia hi'i kua me hi'i alo. Ai ho nani ke iala no kako. Please shower blessings upon us. Aloha being the blessing that makes everything be alive. Amene, amama, wolele vale. Aloha.
Take a photo, realize this moment. For the days that I don't believe love gets stolen, there's no exception. But you know that time will take you far from me. Let this night invade my lungs, you're all I want to breathe. Right beside the lake, I'm burning for you, burn for me. Kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight. Just hold me the way you would for the final time. Never to come with someone deep inside. So is this version for you and I. Just be the way that you would if we died tonight. Your secrets, darkest moments. Oh, I promise they'll be safe with me. It's all been broken, there's no exception. And none of time will take you far from me. Let this night invade my lungs, you're all I want to breathe. Right beside the lake, I burn for you, burn for me. That you would if we died tonight. Hold me the way that you would for the final time. From never to come and some deep inside. There's always this version for you and I. Kiss me the way that you would if we died tonight.
Right down.
Bye bye, Yombia.
Where the bottle for Brian? Where the bottle? Sorry, let me get out of here, guys. Hi, Tito. Oh, sorry. Hi, Tito. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Jackson, did Jackson get a shot? Hey, where's the bottle?
Gone. Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
Jackson! Okay. Jackson, take a shot.
Aloha, aloha, aloha.
Teresa, don't cry like that on camera.
Uncle Puggy, love you, Uncle Puggy.
In on you dancing, those scattered on the mattress. You humming your get ready song. My down in the makeup, watching you get made up, makes me want to stay where we are. I can't help but want you, can't help but try. Had something for you, you just might. Whoa, baby, I would look good on you. I'm gonna try me on, see if it's true. Baby, I would look good on you. Know that you
First song, yeah.
4 years old, running up the stairs to your bed. And the rose and they put the covers over my head. You say it's just a storm, enjoy the show. You take me through the window and you show me that it's beautiful. You're 4 years old, running up the stairs to your bed. Thunder rolls and I pull the covers over my head. You see it's just a storm, enjoy the show. You take me through the window and you show me that it's beautiful. Never ever have it worry for me. I thought it should be. So much time in this world gone free. Well, you've forgotten about the friends. Now you won't want to leave ya. No more time, no one to put out this fire. Cool down the heat is not your just desire. 'Cause it's too hard on the beat, yeah. No place to run, no place to hide. 'Cause it's too hard on the beat. No place to hide. No place to hide. In this 100-degree Fahrenheit, no one can tell if it's day or night. Time has come to unite. Face down and look for just light. The beatings, the borders should come every day. We don't have to go to church and pray. The Almighty John, the living man, repent if you understand. 'Cause it's too hot on the beach. There's no place to run, no place to hide. 'Cause it's too hot on the beach. No place to hide. I told you he was coming. There's look for just light. Greetings to the Father should come every day. We don't have to go to church and pray. The Almighty Jah, the living man, repent if you understand. Because it's too hot on the beach. No place to run, no place to hide. But it's too hot on the beach, yeah. There's no place to hide. Told you he was coming. There's no place to hide. Yes, I'll hear you when you're singing now. There's no place to hide. Oh no. No place to I can stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile when you are sleeping, when you're far away and dreaming. And I can spend my life in this sweet surrender. And I can stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. Whoa, yeah. Don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to fall asleep 'cause I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, sweetest dreams will never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I'm wondering what's dreaming, wondering if it's me you're seeing. And then I kiss your eyes, and thank God we're together. I just want to stay with you in this moment forever, never and never. Don't want to close my eyes, don't want to fall asleep. I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, sweetest dreams will never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss one smile, I don't want to miss one kiss. I just want to be with you, right here with you, just like this. I want to hold you close, feeling it too close to mine, and to stay here in this moment for all the rest of time. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't want to close my eyes, don't want to fall asleep. I still miss you, baby, don't want to miss a thing. Drink up, drink up. Show the quarters. At him. Oh yeah, I'll get a guest singer, Terry Ahoy. Grab the other mic over there. You ready, Terry?
Oh, you guys ready for go home? I'll stop singing, you guys. Oh, I want to go home.
Let's give it a try.
Are you making fun of me?
Leave my mic alone. Hey, you know, Terry, your nickname now. Somali Pirate. I'll fill you in later. Let her cry. And when they be back, see her guys, or they just passing by. And that's goodbye, California. I'm gonna leave you now. Going where the weather suits my soul. And it's hello, I'm not low. And coming back again. Looking for the home with the mountain view. And I've been here and there and everywhere but the Georgia city line. Had my share of the women and the green and Arizona's eyes. When it's nice, it's like home, home where I belong. Playing the baby star roll, now we're playing a favorite song. And then it's back to California, don't leave it now. Going where the weather suits my soul. And it's hello, I'm coming back again. Looking for a home with the ocean view. A little bit. And it's goodbye, California. Gonna leave you now. Going where the weather suits my soul. And it's hello, I'm coming back again. Looking for the home with the ocean view. Waianae is just coming home to you. Waianae, I'll be staying home with you. If the girl you want doesn't want you to now, then what do you do? She said she only wants to be a friend. A friend? A friend. With you now. It's not fair how my love can feel this way. Surely can. She can only hurt me say I won't love you, girl. You help to my world. I treat you right, you know I will. Let me show you, girl, how I really feel. Yeah. Don't know what happened. Technical difficulties. What happened? Difficulties. Cut off the power. Bang, turn them off. Yeah, it's not fair.
Yes.
From the barren shores of Keaulana, the shores of Makaha, we shall claim our land for the blocking stand in the valley of Waianae. From the fiery pits of Tutupele, I hear my mother. While we sail away on time, blow my honey, shout jubilation, carry us down to our destination. Wiki wiki, down Keaulana, Tahiti. Lift your bow, your horse slide to the sea. God over there, all the earth can see. If we pray, Lord will show us the way. Show us the way. Star of gladness, you're my happy star. Star of gladness. Stop inside and be my friend. Let me laugh and smile again. Star of gladness, you're my happy star. Star of gladness. Happy, 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 happy star. Happy, 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 happy star. Boogie band. Boogie band.
We love you, Puggy. Hope to see you soon. Don't forget, save me some powder up there.
Puggy, we love you. Thanks so much for all the laughs, and we look forward.
Love and miss you, Puggy. Okay. All right, well, today was a really, really beautiful and special day for Uncle Puggy. It's always, you know, we're talking about our lives here, right, in Makaha, our lives together, and all the beauty and the specialness that this place brings, and the people, Uncle Puff, Auntie Momi, everybody, this whole community, Auntie Cat, my hero, and the people who've gone before us too. So it was a good day to once again share in that collective power of Aloha. So we love you, Auntie and Uncle Puggy. What's the reason?